On today's episode, the left loses their mind as Roe v Wade gets overturned in the US. Now let's get into it. Hey guys, thanks for joining me here at Crossing the Line. Let's get straight into it, shall we? Breaking news, the Supreme Court has just struck down Roe v Wade. So abortion rights have gone back to the states in the US. Now, this has caused a meltdown among the left, and even in Australia, there's a lot of people having a meltdown over it. I don't know why, but seems that people are going to be a little bit upset they can't kill babies at 9 months anymore. Now, I'm all for abortions. I think children are terrible things to be running around, but, you know, more the merrier. But you can't be using abortion as a contraceptive, especially fucking Americans. Now, they seem to think that it's their God-given right to have as many abortions as they want. When your womb turns into a cemetery,
I do not fear death.
you have an issue. I don't understand why they think it's fine just to keep getting abortion after abortion. Like, a lot of people like to say, oh, what if it's a rape case? What if it's an incest case? That shit doesn't happen. And when it does happen, they can go and get an abortion still. So that's 1% of the abortions in the US is rape, incest, and, you know, things like the mother will die if they don't. 1%. That means that 99% of them are contraceptive. So they don't want to have a kid, which I can understand. You know, if you don't want to have a kid and you want to go and get an abortion, I don't think it's murder like a lot of the right conservative groups think, especially the Christian groups, things like that. But I don't think you can just do it willy-nilly. You should be able to do it willy-nilly. And some of them are pushing for abortions up to 9 months. Some of them are pushing for abortions after it's actually been born.
A pet?
Now, I know a few people that should, you know, probably be aborted at the age of like 20 and 30, but, you know.
She's beating the guys. You can see her fit in the guys.
Fucking like yeah, that'll sort itself out, you know, karma and Darwinism and all, that'll sort itself out, I hope. Some people say that about me, but oh well, we'll see how that goes. But now this has just come out on Friday, just gone here in Australia and the US. They decided to release it just before the weekend. Now, that's not the brightest idea because it's like they kind of do it on purpose, though, just so they can have a full weekend of riots and burning down buildings and shit like that in the US, because you know how much they love it. Nearly love it as much as someone in England after a fucking soccer match. But they've struck down Roe v Wade in the latest ruling. 50 years since that came in. Majority votes was 6-3. Now, all the mainstream media is blaming Trump again already.
It's all your fault! All your fault! We warned you!
I'd say they've come to that decision whether Trump was in or not. Now, the left is losing their collective mind. There's rioting, burning buildings already, people blocking traffic, you name it, you know, like they just can't help themselves.
But there is no need to start a riot.
That's a great idea. Let's start a riot.
And it's pretty sad to see, really. Now, they've, I don't know why they decided to do it on a Friday, give everyone the long weekend to go out and protest and get it out of their system. and cause as much drama as possible. AOC's actually been in the crowd chanting and carrying on with them. Now, I wonder if the crowd that she goes and chants and carries on with out the front of the buildings, if they started going into the building and smashing windows, burning it down and attacking people, I wonder if she would be held accountable. But I doubt it. Because they don't live by their own rules at the left. They want you to shut up and do what you're told and let them do what they want to do. Now, this doesn't ban abortions outright all across the US. They've got 13 states had trigger laws where they immediately banned abortion, if not all abortion, most abortions. As soon as that came into effect, that those laws were triggered and they came into effect. Now, doesn't mean you can't get an abortion anywhere in the US. California's already said that they're going to be a sanctuary state for it, so anyone can travel there and get an abortion. Now, I don't know why you want to go and get an abortion at 9 months or even 7 8 months. If you need an abortion, if you want an abortion because you don't want to have the child, you think you would go and get it as soon as possible. You wouldn't leave it till that late. Because after, when you're looking at that late term abortion, you're definitely killing a child, no matter what you want to believe until it's born or whatever. That's a load of bullshit. Any doctor will tell you the same thing. But it's, that child could be born and be viable outside the womb. So you could technically birth it and be fine. Might have to say in an incubator or something like that, then put it up for adoption or whatever. But it seems like these people just want to kill. I don't get it. Now, they're saying that these laws are going to be triggering other laws against gay marriage and things like that, but I think that's just a load of shit just to scare the dumb left into believing fucking ads, into believing what they want them to keep them riled up, get them ready for the next election, next midterm, and basically just sow dissent among the right. But I think this is a big win for anyone on the right, Republican side, anyone on the Christian what do they call it? Pro-life. Now, we've got bigger problems over here in Australia. We have fucking monsters attacking our local publicans. Now, old mate here lives a couple of 100 k's south of Darwin on a little island by himself, by the looks of it, in the middle of a fucking Jurassic Park era.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
What do they got in there, King Kong?
Swamp. I don't know why the fuck this dude lives here, but I think you take a look at him. I think you take a good old look at old mate here, and he, yeah, that's why he lives by himself. John Jarrett's a fucking, John Jarrett's a bit of a role model for him, I'd say. I'll head on a stick. Like, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to be any of this fucking dude.
You're a long way from home, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, look, always travel up north when I'm doing a bit of hunting, Get away from it all. Not a lot of pigs down south.
I mean, the last bunch of people that had their own little private island, holy shit, the fucking dog, man. Oh, it sends shivers up my spine every time. Wait for it to just snap. This is another issue we have in Australia, though. This dude is surrounded by crocodiles and he's not allowed to fucking shoot them. Not that he has a gun. He carries on saying that he just uses his frying pan. But we need to be able to fucking shoot those things, man. Jesus. Oh, sorry. It's fucking terrifying. Fuck living where that dude lives, man. I mean, he looks like he's got more teeth than those fucking crocs do. But he definitely looks like the kind of guy who's going to throw in a couple of those Crocs some fucking bodies over the years, you know. I don't think I would want to be staying there for a fucking holiday, but you know, each their own. Oh Christ, got some fucking people in Australia, I tell you that. Now, another thing going on at the moment is court case over this poor motherfucker. Now, I don't know if you remember him, but during the height of our COVID cases increasing around Australia, he would go on TikTok and Facebook and make videos of him predicting the amount of COVID positive cases across the state. Now, harmless fun. He was getting it correct, which really, really pissed off the police and the government, which is fucking fantastic. Now, they've gone after him, and it looks like they're trying to pin going to a COVID anti-lockdown rally on him.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest.
How dare he leave his house and be with more than 2 people? What a fucking criminal.
How dare you?
He should be locked up forever, shouldn't he? Shouldn't he be locked up forever for daring to leave his fucking house and being around more than 2 people? Now, I don't know about you, but I'm actually quite shocked that the media's even calling them anti-lockdown protests, because usually what they'd say is, anti-vax protests and shit like that. Try to demonise the people who want to go there, even though they know 100% it's a protest against lockdowns and laws and mandates and shit like that. They want to pretend that everyone there is just a fucking tinfoil hat wearing loon, which I'm sure there is plenty of them. I've met plenty of them, but Channel 9 seems to be changing their tune a little bit. It could just be a one-off, but I mean, look, it's still, we're in June 2022 and we've still got this fucking COVID warnings on shit. When is that ever going to go away? Like, if you have COVID in anything, is that ever going to go away, or is it just going to be there forever? Are our grandkids going to be going, oh, what, Dad, what's COVID-19? It's written on everything. Yeah, it's fucking insane. But the police and the government trying to pin it on this guy does not surprise me at all. It's their usual tactics. They try to fucking pin it on one person. It's ridiculous. And what did he do besides leave his fucking house? He left his house.
He what?
Share your pain.
How dare he? Now, he hopefully will get away with it. I don't think so. I'd say he will probably just serve as a fucking, head on a platter for anyone who decides to fucking make fun of the government, prove them wrong. But we'll see where it goes. We'll try to keep apprised of it. Hopefully he gets away with it. But I don't get how you can charge someone in this day and age of leaving their house. He hasn't done anything wrong. He's just a fucking human being that went outside. And they're not charging all these people. They can't charge all those people. They'll charge a few if they haven't already for doing whatever charges they want to trump up against them. But it's disgusting that they're still carrying on about it. This poor dude is going to have his life ruined for leaving his fucking house. Even if he gets away with it, he's been dragged through the media. He's been dragged through the court system. I don't know how the fuck he's going to have a job after this. Maybe he'll get crystal ball and start predicting shit for people online. That'd be great, and might make a bit of coin out of that. But when are they going to stop? When are they going to stop attacking Australians for just being normal members of society? It's ridiculous. Now, another shooting over the weekend, last week, but it's not where you think it is. It's not the US. Norway, in a gay nightclub in Oslo, Norway. Now, Don't mind the pulse. That's an old shooting there. But 12 victims have been treated at the scene by police in Oslo. Now, I only bring this up because I bet you no one's heard about it. You haven't probably heard about it. I didn't hear about it until, without sleuthing through the internet for a good couple of hours. Not looking for it in particular, but looking for things like this. And I'm not surprised. This shit happens all over the world all the time, but they don't promote it like they do when it happens in the US. Not saying it doesn't happen too often in the US, it happens quite often. But it's the same fucking shit. If this had happened in the States, that's all you'd be hearing about. Now they've got their ROE V Wade thing, that's all you're going to be hearing about over there while they do other shit in the background. It's disgusting. Now, people were killed. It was obviously, if you go and shoot up a gay nightclub, it's obviously a homophobic attack of some sort, but no one's fucking heard about it. You haven't seen the media jumping up and down about it. No one's on TV saying they need to ban guns in Norway. Shit like that. It's ridiculous. These poor fucking people were mowed down, shot, killed, and you don't hear a peep about it because it doesn't get the clicks, doesn't get the likes, doesn't get the shares on Facebook. And they can't really publicise it and make it into a political thing. I wonder if in Norway how the media is treating it. I'm sure it was a pretty big incident. Like if that happened in Australia, it'd be a big incident. But you wouldn't be hearing about it like it was a shooting in the US. That's for fucking damn sure. We'll move on again now. The Victorian Parliament and Dan. He has decided to ban the Nazi symbol, the swastika, if you know what it is. I'd say things like the Iron Cross as well, with up to a year in jail or $22,000 fine if you display it. No one likes a swastika. I didn't realise there was a whole bunch of people toting around a swastika in Melbourne and Victoria. I didn't realise there was a massive Jewish population that were against such a thing. This is a nothing fucking burger. What's this got to do with anything? Aren't there bigger things to be fucking worried about in Melbourne at the moment? Victoria, aren't there bigger things to be worried about around the world and Australia? Like we have a power crisis. We can't keep the fucking lights on. People can't afford to feed their fucking kids. We're running out of food in the stores. The food that we do have has gone up that much that no one can afford to fucking buy it. Petrol's $2.30 a fucking litre. It's going up. It's going to go up another, 50 cents soon when the fuel excise tax gets taken off? What the fuck is this? It's ridiculous. I don't get why. What's the point? Banning the fucking swastika. Look at this fucking wanker. Anti-Defamation Commission chairman. No one's being defamed by the fucking, the Holocaust is like. That's obviously just someone fucking trolling. Which, that looks either fake or like they've literally just gone and painted that on there so they can get the picture. He's probably fucking done it. No one's going around toting a swastika, and if they are, they're scratching into their desk at school. No one fucking understands what it means. If it's a kid painting a swastika on a fence, he's just trolling, for fuck's sakes. It's not like we've got fucking people dressing up in stormtrooper gear walking down the fucking, not your goddamn Star Wars stormtrooper gear, not that shit.
Take over. Need a hint.
Walking down the fucking street, zig heiling and waving swastikas around. It's not happening. I don't get why this is just suddenly a big deal. They're curtailing people's fucking freedoms and rights. So if you have a World War II heirloom that your grandfather may have brought home from the war, that he probably killed a German to get, then if you have that, you can be sent to jail for 12 months or get a $22,000 fine. Look, pick and choose your fucking battles. Like, this is not an issue in Australia. I can understand it might be an issue in Germany or Ukraine, you know, with the old Azov battalion, but they wouldn't get charged for that. But it's not an issue in Australia. We don't have a massive Jewish population. We don't have a massive Nazi fucking skinhead population or problem. I don't think anywhere in the world's got a massive fucking skinhead problem. It's just ridiculous. It's just lip service and a load of shit coming from fucking Dan the Man again. I cannot wait until that wank is out. He is just good old dictator Dan.
Get on the beers.
Now we'll move on to the UN chief warns catastrophe, global food shortage. Now, the UN chief's warning of a catastrophe from global food shortage. The head of the UN has warned that the world faces a catastrophe because of the growing shortage of food around the globe. Now, at home here, we've had some food shortages, nothing major. Lettuce, toilet paper, frozen potatoes, things like that. Now, I don't see how this is going to get any better anytime soon. Coming up to Christmas, will be getting worse. Australia will suffer a little bit, but places like Africa, India, third world countries, second world countries, they will suffer the worst. Africa's already having a bit of a food crisis at the moment. This year's food access issues become next year's global food shortage. No country will be immune to the social and economic repercussions of such a catastrophe. Negotiators working on a deal that would enable Ukraine to export food, including via the Black Sea, and let Russia bring food and fertilizer to world markets without restrictions. Now, that's interesting. The Ukraine can't really be in the business right now of exporting food. I'm sure they've got bigger shit on their fucking plate. And Russia won't be exporting fertilizer to anyone anytime soon. And if they do, it will be that much of a fucking marked up rate. It's not going to be funny. You're not going to be able to afford to put it on your crops to grow food. And which will just increase the price of food, which is just going to hurt everyone's hip pocket. Now, the Berlin meeting hosted the German foreign minister, and Moscow claimed that the Western sanctions imposed over Russia's invasion of the Ukraine were to blame for the food shortages. It was completely untenable, apparently. Bullshit. They wouldn't be not sending people food if we weren't sanctioning them. The US and the UN go into Ukraine, fuck around there. Biden goes in there, gets his money and his fucking son a job there, gets his money out of it. Russia steps in and says, no, you're not fucking doing that anymore, and tries to take control of Ukraine, which I don't agree with, but they had their hand pushed to do that. And then everyone sits back and goes, oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you attacking poor Ukraine? It's because you fucking forced them to. You forced them to, and you said that they were going to join the UN when Biden's in there making fucking backroom deals for his son and for his own fucking hip pocket. And you're sitting there saying that Trump had shit to do there. He didn't fucking have anything to do with that shit. Biden's fucking son was in there stealing money from Burisma, causing a fucking shit show, and now this is what we're left with. And now Biden's the fucking president, so how's that work out? It's fucking insane. The whole world just says, look, all this shit's happening, and then they go, don't worry about it. You're not going to notice a thing because we're going to have the fucking coronavirus pandemic, and you're all going to be worried about that instead. Now they're all going to be worried about fucking ROE v Wade. We're going to be worried about crocodiles. And it's all just going to be a nice big smoke screen to keep everyone fucking blind to what's going on around the world.
Blinken, what are you doing up there?
Guessing? I guess no one's coming.
So keep up to date on what's going on in your part of the world. Keep up to date what's going on near you. Talk to people. Tell people about alternate media that's getting the truth out there, trying to get the truth out there. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys next time.